Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would share with you guys how I knew that I was pregnant before my positive pregnancy test. Now I wasn't 100%, but there was one symptom in particular that I was like, okay, I could be pregnant. There were a few things, but there was one thing in particular, something very specific, very TMI, that happened with my third baby when we were trying and finally got pregnant with my third baby, and then also happened with this baby before I got my positive pregnancy test. So when I got that symptom, I was like, okay, I might be pregnant. But it was the first month of trying. I shared about this in my last pregnancy type video. I think it's called How to Get Pregnant Fast. I shared about how I really have a clear pathway that I took this time and the time I finally got pregnant. So I really know, for me personally, now everyone's different, but maybe you're similar. A lot of people are different, but there are people who are similar. So if you're similar to me and my body, then it may work for you. So definitely go check that video out, because it made the difference between trying for 9 months and trying for 1 month, because I got pregnant the first month this time. So since it was the first month, I was pretty skeptical, didn't want to get my hopes up at all. Some of you followed along on my journey when I was taking doing live pregnancy test after live pregnancy test each month, and I was getting more and more discouraged. And I'm pretty much an open book, and I share my feelings a lot, and I don't know, that's just me. I believe in being authentic and real, and so I share my feelings. I have a cleaning channel that shows my house a mess, I put myself out there. It's just who I am, whether you know me in person or on the internet. But anyway, so let's just get into it. So let's see. Let's start with my first symptoms. So my first symptoms, I would say early on, and now who knows if this was in my head. I tend to be skeptical of people when they say they have pregnancy symptoms so short after they conceived, because it's come on, they claim that you can't have symptoms until 14 DPO or something, but I actually disagree. Okay, sorry, my son Henry wanted me to change his show. Jack's napping, Henry's watching a show so I can film this, and my oldest son Carter is golfing with my dad. So anyway, so I have had symptoms. I feel like with Jack, I just didn't want to believe my third baby. Since it had been 9 months, I didn't want to believe that I was having any symptoms, except for there was one, which I didn't even know was a symptom, but I have proof that I had it. So anyway, getting ahead of myself. So pretty early on, 4 DPO, I started to feel slightly nauseous occasionally. And this lasted for days. I got my positive pregnancy test on 9 DPO. It was super faint. If you haven't seen my live pregnancy test video, I'll have that linked below as well. Definitely go check that out. But it was super, super faint at 9 DPO, but I did get a positive. So before that, around 3 or 4 DPO, leading up to 9 DPO, I was feeling nauseous. But I thought, oh, maybe I'm just a little bit sick. I have allergies. Maybe I'm just getting sick. I don't know. I was trying to just write it off, but I definitely had some slight nausea. And now I'm the type of person that gets bad nausea. I'm 6 weeks and 2 days right now. The bad nausea hasn't started yet, but I know it's coming. I know it will come any day now. And it's kind of this, I found out really early in the pregnancy. It's been 2 weeks-ish since I found out. And it's just I just keep waiting. I know you're coming. And then the problem with pregnancy is that you worry about the baby. You want the baby to be healthy. And so it's I almost want to feel sick, because it can be a good sign that the pregnancy is going well. But then I don't want to feel sick because it's miserable. And with Jack, I was sick the entire pregnancy, my third. My first 2, it was midway through the second trimester, I would start to feel better. With Jack, it was the entire time I was sick. This pregnancy, I plan on taking some kind of medication because I just can't go through that again. So slight nausea, slight breast pain, that started happening around 4 DPO as well. And it's just a little twinge, and that's a similar symptom today, a little bit of a twinge. Peeing constantly. This was something that my mom said she noticed. I was at her house and I kept having to pee, and I pee a lot already because I have had 3 babies, they do a number on your bladder. but it was like extra. Like I was just peeing and peeing and peeing, and that symptom has continued. Then I put at 7 DPO, I was feeling very nauseous on that particular day, 7 DPO. And then 9 DPO, which was the day I tested, I was feeling slightly nauseous and I had a little bit of acne. Acne for me is not like a common thing unless like I'm about to get my period. Occasionally I will get acne, or if I'm pregnant, but I won't get acne, like it's like basically the day my period starts. And so for me to start getting acne that early, that to me was a sign of pregnancy. So what was the main symptom though? Now this is TMI. This is like so TMI. So click out if you're not interested in that. But I had increased clear and watery cervical mucus. Like one day I woke up and it was just like a ton of, you know, that watery mucus stuff. Mucus is such a gross word. But anyway, a ton of that. And I was like, what in the world is going on? And so I Googled it and it said that that can be a really early sign of pregnancy. You know, I was skeptical. I was like, oh, you know, you're just looking for anything. And I was like, oh, it's probably nothing. But it was just such a random thing that doesn't happen to me very often. However, it did happen. This was right around the time that I would have been finding out that I was pregnant with Jack, my third baby. And I wrote extra cervical mucus and acne. So I guess there was kind of two main symptoms because acne is not a normal thing for me, and especially that far away from my period, my missed period. So yeah, if you have the extra cervical mucus, that may be a very early sign of pregnancy, because it was for me with both of those babies. Now my first two were like accidents, whatever. It wasn't like trying, you know, but the ones that I was trying and tracking everything, those were two major symptoms. One other thing I want to mention is I do have the Ava bracelet. Now, it's like a fertility tracking bracelet that you wear at night while you sleep. Now, I didn't even get to really review it with my last baby because the month that I got it, I wasn't even wearing it for a full month and I got pregnant. And that was because of what I did, which I talked about in my last video, how to get pregnant fast. So I didn't really get to like see if the Ava bracelet works. This time around, I started wearing it like a month before we even started trying. And so I had it on for a whole month, and then this was like my second month was when we started trying that I was wearing it. And it was definitely wrong at first with when I probably ovulated, but then it adjusted. And it adjusted to like within a day of when I probably ovulated. So that seemed to be accurate. And the great thing about the Ava bracelet is that you don't have to like, maybe I should do a review on it. I don't know, but I'll just mention it mostly here. You don't have to like pee on a stick every morning and all of that stuff like with ovulation tests. So you just put it on at night. Like it's so simple. And you know, I don't have a ton of data to share with you guys of whether it works, but it did seem to about have the correct ovulation date for me after about a month of using it, a little over a month. And then something I really liked that was interesting, and this is like an update for the most recent, like I have an older Ava bracelet, I've had it since Jack, but they update it. And it told me, like it confirmed that I ovulated that month. So you could have a positive LH surge, like from an ovulation test, but not actually end up ovulating. At least that's what I read. But that the bracelet confirmed that I did in fact ovulate. As far as it's concerned, it said I did ovulate. So that was interesting to me because I was like, okay, so I at least ovulated this month. I don't know if I got pregnant, but I at least know I ovulated. So that was another reason why I was like, maybe I am pregnant, because I just get this notification. I'm like, what? Like I ovulated? It's like saying I did. Like, I don't know. That was so exciting to me and so interesting. So those were all of my early pregnancy symptoms. Those were all the things that really made me think that I might be pregnant. Of course, you still are so skeptical, especially if you've been on any kind of fertility journey in the past. You can be pretty skeptical, but yeah. Okay, so that is it for today's video. If you are trying right now, I am just sending all the baby dust, all the love to you. I know how emotional this journey is, and I just want to send you guys big hugs and love, and I pray that you finally get your positive pregnancy test and that this video was helpful for you. So anyway, I'll see you next time. Oh, be sure to subscribe and click the bell to be notified when I post new videos. I also post like day in the life, mom blog type videos, and I'll be doing a gender reveal and all that fun stuff, birth vlog, all of that. Definitely give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. That really supports my channel, tells YouTube that people are watching and enjoying it, all of that. So thank you so much for supporting me. It means the world to me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.